to the big house, Michigan Stadium. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the Michigan Wolverines. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
When you talk about iconic stadiums in college football, the Big House has to be at the top of your list. One of the most unique stadiums. It is nestled down in the ground. It is loud. It is fun. Ann Arbor has one of the finest stadiums in college sports. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. And the Rebels ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. It bounds through the back of the end zone. Be a touchback. The run inside. It's Marshall. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looks as if he's going to run it. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
And it'll be down right there. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Makes the grab. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark.
Nice job by the wide receiver getting open on that slant route against man coverage. He fakes like he's going to the outside. He's able to create some separation, cross his face, and then secures the catch.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. The Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. Hauls it in, looking for space. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Shows him the stiff arm, and he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll move the wide receiver. He'll take it himself. Knocked down for the tackle.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
Here's Underwood to throw. Setting up the screen. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. Plays like that with just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
Motion from the wide receiver. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. On the delay, it's Marshall. He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. The Wolverines will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. And the Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up.
But how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Looking downfield on 1st down. The short hands, it's Alexander. Knowing that your man can make the catch against his defender, that wasn't a big play, but it can set you up down the line to be able to take advantage.
Yes, get it to him as fast as I can. When I see him open, he runs the little hitch, get it to him.
Maybe some room here. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. We've reached the end of the 1st quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. First play of the period, 1st down here. They'll give it to him again.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Running inside, it's Lacey. Just couldn't get away from the tackle. Big noise in the big house for this huge 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll try to do it himself. At the 35, he's got room. He slides and gets the 1st down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This time he's got it. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable...
Snags it! They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these third and shorts and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up a first and goal.
The Rebels line it up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels.
And the running game is so important when you get inside that 10-yard line and that field starts to shrink. And it's so nice to have a back with some physicality. Great job running the football, using that stiff arm, finishing the run, and getting in the end zone.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put together an 81-yard drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard, down 7-0. The run inside. It's Marshall. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this
intercepted. Trying to take it back at the 20. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job, opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. On the run, it's Lacey. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. He'll try it again. They stop him right there. They tried to convert with the run, and the defense was up for the challenge.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Good, right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So here comes the Michigan offense. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Lined up in the gun on third down, Underwood. It's complete to the right. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together.
Hey, man, that's a frustrating end to that play. And I say that, man, because you need to give me everything you have. Like, I can't run out of bounds. I got a chance to maybe get the first down, lower my shoulder, be physical. My team needs a couple more yards to get the first down, and dude chose to run out of bounds.
And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin them deep. A high kick trying to pin them deep. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. And the defense has set him up. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Michigan. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And this is always the fine line as an offense, man. You want to be aggressive. You want to go get more points right before the half. But you can't be careless. You can't make mistakes. And, man, Palmer, that's a big mistake that goes all the way back the other direction.
And give the defense credit, too, because in that 2-minute situation, they're expecting pass. Everybody's got to be on guard. Everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback. He was able to jump the throw. Now he's taking it the distance. He's building the lead for his team. They've got so much momentum now heading into halftime.
He'll bring it out. It's Alexander. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Running inside, it's Lacey. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Alexander. Oh, a lot of space. At the 20. Touchdown, Rebels. Into the end zone with a breakaway score. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And that last drive didn't take long, just 2 plays to get it in. And they finish it with a flare, a 77-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Snags it quickly on the left. The Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Throwing, Underwood. Quickly complete. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Nice pitch and catch there from QB to wide receiver. Great job. An out route is all about timing. 1, 2, 3, boom, break out, throw it to him right now. Great pitch, great catch.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember.
Time to take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Hauls it in and looking upfield. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Alexander. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Rebels. Once he got some room, it was over.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all 1st half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
Number 17, set to kick this one away.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Underwood. Got his man on the right. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
If you're trying to throw these curl routes against zone coverage, you got to have great timing. Nice job there by the quarterback, understanding where he wanted to go with it, but also the conviction. Did you see the arm talent on that throw?
To the air. It's Underwood. Trying to burn this defensive back. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
He'll have enough for the first down. They'll maintain possession. We'll see if they're happy enough just to let the clock run out. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. He'll put total leather and get this second half starting. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Fires to the right. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man in the middle. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. This dude is putting up numbers. He just cracked the 150 mark in receiving yards.
Man, he's a weapon, Reese. He runs routes, he's fast, he's great with the football in his hands, and he can line up in a lot of different spots and run the entire route tree. I mean, what can't this guy do?
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
And the Rebels have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. The run inside. It's Lacey. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
That's reeled in. It's Lacey. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Kept it, and he's past the marker. Oh, he's got some space. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on 2nd and long. Great awareness on the scramble.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
The Rebels with the 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Here's the pressure. Slides to the ground, picks up the 1st down, and avoids the hit.
And, man, you see it again. It's got to be frustrating for this defense. Like, there's a reason the offense has the lead, and it's because the QB can drop back and do things like that. It's supposed to be a pass, everybody playing pass, but he's just got such a knack and such a feel to take off and run and make people miss and create explosive plays, and that's why they built the lead here today.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on him. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. And they swarm him under.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Trying to get the edge. It's Marshall. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the 1st down here. Reads it, fires complete. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
Here's Underwood to throw. Hauls it in. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the 1st down.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Wide receiver going in motion. Maybe a crease. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Play action with Underwood. Unloads it left. It's complete. Touchdown, Wolverines. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. I think sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late. At least you got the party started.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Splits the uprights. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a gap. It's Lacey. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Power football with the run. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Quarterback keep. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Wolverines! A pick six!
Oh, they could not have come up with a bigger play at a more opportune time. The defense getting the interception and taking it back to the house right at a point in the game when it looked like the offense was maybe going to pad their lead and seal this one. All of a sudden, this game has gotten really interesting.
And right down the middle. And And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The OleMiss offense ready to go back to work. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with the W.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man in the middle. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
And the Rebels will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Grabbed in the middle. It's Alexander. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom.
Always a welcome play from the defense. They get a sack at the 47.
And this quarterback, man, you've seen him have some success, so you know he'll take off and run. The defense was ready, man. Nice job. This second half, this is a critical part of it. Don't let him beat you with his feet.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
Really nice execution by this offense. This is the time, right? Late in the football game, got to get a few first downs to preserve this lead, to get out of here with the W. They trust their quarterback. They protect him. They get the first down.
The Rebels look to keep this drive humming. Running inside, it's Lacey. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Gill. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. And the Rebels want to crank the tempo. Going to the run, it's Lacey. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he's in, pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There were a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Looking for the 2-point try. The snap sets up the throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
The Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Throwing, Underwood. Pocket breaking down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
He's got it. And he's going to come up just a tad short. Needed to get the ball to the 35, and they'll mark it at the 34. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to get it to the marker. He will not pick up the 1st down. The desperation play, and that one might have sealed their fate.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation and put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Inside 2 minutes to play. Defense still has a couple of timeouts, but 1 first down will probably... Could be an alley. Pass to 10. Touchdown, Ole Miss. He got a step and just dusted the field. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocked that one right down the middle. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown.
Number 17, set to advance on the football.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. their own 25-yard line. On the move. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
This quarterback part of their running game. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. They'll run the option. Pulls it again on the option. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack,